Okay.
Here we go. This should be on now. Hi. Sorry, I came in a little bit early.
No, you're fine. You're right. Right on time.
We were discussing podcast snacks.
Nice. Gotta always have a snack. Yeah.
I know. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I was like, oh, let me grab a little snack. So
yeah, good idea.
We're so excited to meet you.
It's nice to see you guys. I've been following both of you along, so it's nice to finally meet in person.
It's always so fun. I love it when you're like, oh, we
Yeah.
get to connect the dots. So
Yeah. Very fun.
And where are you again? What time zone are you in?
I'm in Central.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember.
Yes. Yeah, so that worked out perfectly.
Yeah, that makes things a little easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't wake
Where are you guys again? Are you guys on the East Coast?
We are in Birmingham, Alabama, both of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So southeast.
Yeah.
Not the
still
coast,
central.
but close enough.
Right. And
Sure.
Central time zone.
Yeah.
Alabama touches water like this much. That was very important to me when we moved here. I was like, I don't want to be in a landlocked state. It has to touch the water.
Yeah.
Not that we're anywhere near the beach, but
Sure.
just the
Relatively.
relatively.
I mean, we can get there in a few hours.
Right.
Sure.
But not like out the back door or anything.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
I'm not going for
That's
beach
true.
walks.
Not us either. We are landlocked. We're like the definition of landlocked.
Oh no, it happens.
So where are you exactly?
So I'm in Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm originally from Washington State. So I used to be around a lot of water.
Yeah.
On the coast there. So yeah.
What brought you to Iowa?
So I moved when I was 12 to the Chicagoland area for my dad's job. And then he moved here when I was halfway through my college career. So just for my dad's job. And then my husband actually moved out from the state of Washington to work with my dad here in Iowa. And so that's how we kind of re-met and got married and stayed here.
That's so cool. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
You have 4 kids. That's right.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Built like such a sweet little life there.
Yes, it is. We like it. Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
You got your master's green on, like.
I do have my master's green on. Lauren, we were just talking about that before you came on because my husband is getting to go to the master's this year. He's never been before.
Wow.
So Emily's got her hat on. I put my green on. I already sent him a picture like I've got my master's green on for you. Have I ever
a gnome?
What?
Is he gonna get a gnome?
Oh, do you want a gnome?
I do not.
Oh,
I don't want one so bad. I have no place for it. I don't want it in my house, but I just really want a gnome.
I specifically told him do not get a gnome. It was not in the collage of approved items.
No, the lore of the Master's gnome is coming down, and I fear that one day we will have one. Like,
I mean, it could happen. Honestly, there's no telling what he's going to come home with. It's going to be either he's going to come home completely empty-handed because he's going to get totally overwhelmed,
or he's going to black out.
Yeah, basically, he's going to be like, "Give it all to me." He already cannot be trusted, like going shopping at all. Like he just loves it. So we'll see.
I love that.
We'll see. I will report back after he gets home.
I can't wait for you to come back and be like, "Look what I have."
It's gonna be a gnome, isn't it? Maybe not.
It's gonna be a gnome.
Who knows? Who knows? So
I love it. Oh my god.
But I have never one time really cared about the Masters before. And now I thought like, oh, it would be fun to have a viewing party or something, just because it's fun to have a party and like have people over.
I want the box. Have you seen the food box?
Yes.
And we're gonna do it next year. Maybe we can have a Masters party together.
We should. I always want to do a Kentucky Derby party. Why is that a tongue twister?
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, because I want a big hat.
Yeah. When else do you have the opportunity to put on a big hat like that?
Never. Never really.
We love the idea of like hosting and bringing people over.
Yeah.
And then it gets like 30 minutes before, and I'm like, my social battery is drained from prepping. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it always turns out fine.
Very fun.
It turns out fine.
Yeah.
I
Do
love
you
it.
guys do a lot of hosting, Lauren?
Not as much as I would like to. I think once the kids kind of get a little bit older, I will sort of throw myself into that world a little bit more because I do love that. Any chance that I get to, create sort of like a theme or, make food for people. I love doing that. So it's fun. Yeah. But I'm the same way. Like you put so much energy into cleaning the house and making everything look nice, and then all the food, and then it's like, okay, the party's actually here, and now I'm tired.
Remind me of your kids' age split again.
Yeah, so I have a almost 7-year-old, almost 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 10-month-old.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah.
I can see that you're like, I'm gonna be hosting outside the house for a little bit.
You're right. Yeah.
Are you planning a first birthday party?
Yes. Yeah. So she'll be one June 1st, and her name is Charity, and we call her Cherry. So it'll probably be like a cherry themed
so
birthday party. Yeah. So I think that is what we'll do. But yeah, something simple.
But so cool. I love that. Like, I love also sweet little nicknames.
I know. Yeah. The kids always come up with the best ones. I feel like I never really come up with the unique ones on my kids. They always come up with the cutest little nicknames for each other. So that's what sticks. So it's fine.
I love how nicknames come to be sometimes. Like, so my youngest, my Nintendo player back here, his name is Walter, which is a family name.
So
yeah.
Sweet.
But when he was a baby, one time, I don't remember what it was. I asked my husband something about him, and he said, "Oh, baby Wawa," like in a better French accent than that. And that stuck. So we still call him Wawa sometimes.
So funny what sticks. I know. Yeah. That's so cute.
and then it's sad when it leaves. So my oldest is Kennedy, and the youngest is Colin, and she couldn't say Kennedy for a while, so she called her Dee Dee, and it was so sweet. I don't call her Dee Dee anymore.
Oh,
I know.
Maybe one day that will be like her grandmother name.
Oh, that's really sweet.
That'd be
yeah.
So sweet.
That's
how cute would that be?
Granny Dee Dee.
Granny Dee Dee. You're gonna have to. You need to write that down somewhere, and
I'll just go ahead and tell her, and then she's gonna tell everyone my grandma name's gonna be Dee Dee, and people are gonna be like, why? You're 6 years old. You don't need to be worried about your granny name. We know what it is.
Already planned. Yeah.
You can blame it on Bluey, because they do the grandmas on Bluey, which is my favorite Bluey skit.
Oh, me too.
So funny.
Now, which one of the grannies do you love the most? Not Bingo or Blue, but which skit?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember what
are their names? Janet and Rita, right?
Yes.
Janet and Rita.
Yeah.
Rita
has my heart. I love Grumpy Granny.
And I think I'll always have like a really special place for it, because the first time we ever watched Bluey was when Walter was born, and I was in the hospital after he was born. And when we got home from the hospital, my parents had been watching Bluey with my bigger kids, and I had never seen it before. I don't know when it premiered, like in the US or on Disney or whatever, but so now I'm like, oh, that's like an extra special memory.
It's Baby Wawa's show.
It's Baby Wawa's show. It's actually original Wawa's show, because I remember my dad talking about it. He's original Walter, but yeah, I remember him like walking in and seeing him sitting on the couch cracking up at Bluey.
Then do we need to do like a formal introduction?
Okay,
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up your Instagram account.
Okay.
Or and you can just tell us all about you.
Sure. Yeah.
I think I stumbled across your account one day just scrolling, and it was one of your reels. I think it was like about the Nancy Meyers aesthetic or an Ina Garden recipe, something like that. And I was like, oh, she's doing like this. What we
Yeah.
When,
Yeah.
I remember sending your account immediately to Emily and going, we gotta watch her. I feel like we need to have her on. So we were
That's so
agreed to
sweet.
come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so excited to be here. Yeah. So I, like you said, I love the Nancy Meyers aesthetic. I love Ina Garten, Martha Stewart. I grew up watching them with my mom on TV, all the recipes and the DIYs and all of that from Martha Stewart. And yeah, I just always wanted to be a homemaker when I grew up, and I wanted to be a mom and wanted to make things special in the home. And as far as food goes and things like that, I always loved baking and cooking, and just always felt at home in the kitchen and decorating my spaces. And yeah, just really enjoy that. And so that is sort of the central theme of my account now, and just sharing my everyday life and things that I'm making in the kitchen, or things that I'm rearranging in my house, or different design elements that I'm incorporating into my home, and just everyday life with homeschooling too. I love to share things like that about my kids and what our daily life looks like. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my interests and things that I share. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what made you start your Instagram? Like, what gave you that? Like, I'm going to document this and share it. Like, we love it. But just
Yeah.
what was that like spark? Because I'm assuming if you're enjoying this kind of stuff on your own,
Yeah.
as Kate and I both love it, right?
Mhm.
But there's at some point you're like, hold on, I want to share this.
Yeah.
What was that tipping point for you?
Yeah. So I have always shared, I think since I began an Instagram account, this is not my original one, but I started one probably, I mean, first when it first came out. I don't remember when Instagram first came on the scene, but I had one, and I am just an artistic, creative person. And so I have delved into hand lettering and would share a lot of that and my different designs. I designed my wedding invitation and save the date and all of that. And so I would start sharing my different calligraphy designs as far as that goes on Instagram. And then when Reels came on the scene, I love sort of setting the scene and making things look aesthetic, and sort of directing those, and have just fallen in love with making video content as well. So yeah, I think I've always just shared my life, and I love the creative side to that. I feel like if I'm not doing something creative, I kind of die a little bit inside. And so I need to always have something that I am working towards creatively to really fill my cup. So yeah, so Instagram has been that for me. Yeah.
That's so like I feel like you're in my mind saying how my brain feels, because
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Like
Uh-huh.
I love to create and I love to share it. And I love your account specifically because it feels authentic. Because you didn't say, I'm gonna go build this Instagram empire and this is what I'm gonna do. You said, this is what I love doing and I want to share it with you. And
Right.
I think that that makes such a big difference in authenticity that you see people online.
Yeah.
And at least in my experience, it's easy for me to create content because I'm not putting on a show.
Right.
Like, I think that people get burnt out when they're pretending to be something that they're
Oh yeah,
not.
definitely.
And I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way, or even like
Right.
just being something that they're not quite, if that
Sure.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you can just really feel like your authenticity, and you're like, I'm just sharing what I'm doing and what I'm loving,
Yeah.
and I'd love for you to come along. Like, and I think that's really special. So
Yeah.
love
Thanks.
it.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Aw. All right. Oh, sorry. Okay, I cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say I agree, and I love that you have learned that about yourself, and that you continue to sort of, I don't know, you sort of inspire yourself by being creative, like creativity begets more creativity. And
Sure.
I
Yeah,
love that
definitely.
feeling. I relate to that so much on so many different levels. I know I've talked before, I think on here about like, if I'm a huge reader. I used to be an English teacher. And I was a creative writing minor. I don't know if I've ever said that before on here,
No.
but I was. And So I totally relate to you saying if I'm not doing something creative, I feel a little bit dead, because that's how I feel if I'm not reading. I'm like, if I don't at least like listen to an audiobook for 15 minutes, I don't feel like myself. It's such a crucial part of who I am.
Right. We all have those things that help us feel alive, and like there's purpose and things to work towards and things that make us happy. And it's important to, get after those things.
Yeah, it's important to feed that in yourself so that you can, be your best self, sort of, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Most definitely. All right. Our next question, we love Nancy Meyers, the things. We want to know what your favorite Nancy movie is.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's so hard to pick because I just feel like they're all like a hug. They're just so great. I love watching them. They're my comfort movies. Right now, I think I would say my favorite is probably a tie between Father of the Bride, the first one. And then I love the remake of The Parent Trap. Because I love watching it with my almost 7-year-old. We watch it together, and that's just a really fun, nostalgic movie for me because when I was her age, I was probably watching that. And there's just lots of good memories attached to that movie, and I love seeing her watch it and interact with it, and she loves that movie. So that's
so sweet.
One. Yeah.
Oh, now does she have her ears pierced?
No.
Does she want them pierced?
I don't know, because that scene is pretty scary.
Yes. My girls have a deep-seated fear. Well, Kennedy got hers done last summer and screamed. It was real bad. I'm not doing a needle and an apple. Like, we're not. We have progressed past that. We're not in summer camp, but that.
Right. Yeah.
I love The Parent Trap, and the same. Like, I love that I can put it on when they're home, and I'm like not really worried about what they're watching. Right. Because some of them you don't really want to watch with your children, but that one's fine, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, it's always on if I don't know what else to watch.
Sure, yeah.
And they're terrified. Colin's like, no, I'm not getting my ears pierced, Mommy. And I'm like, that's fine. You tell me when and we'll go, but I'm not forcing it on you. And she's like, no.
I know, but she has it in her mind that that's how it happens. And so she's like,
That is how my mom pierced her ears, because she did. Really? Yes. Her mom, my grandmother would not let her get her ears pierced. So she went to college, and her roommate pierced her ears with ice and an apple and a needle.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine wanting it that bad that I would do that.
I know. Same. I think I would have just not.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But maybe if someone else is doing it to me, I don't think I could do it to myself. Like, she had her roommate do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Like I said, rabbit hole.
Rabbit holes happen, and they're fun. It's fun to chase those rabbits.
I know.
It's much of a rabbit hole because we were talking about The Parent Trap.
Exactly. And
Such
now we're outing my mom.
Summer movie too.
Oh, it really is.
I feel like it really sort of gives you the summer feels. So I like putting it on when it's almost summer, and you kind of, it's a fun way to start off the season. Yeah,
most definitely.
I light bulb moment. That would be so much fun for like a last day of school thing, theme thing to do. I don't know. We don't have a ton of last day of school traditions. My only real last day of school tradition is you get to eat ice cream for breakfast on the last day of school. And
that's fun.
My kids love that still.
That's sweet.
We're gearing up for it already, so they're excited.
But it would be state that.
It's a good one. It's super fun. They love it. And it's I don't feel bad about it because it's usually only a half day of school anyway. So it's not like they're, only going on ice cream for a whole day.
Ice cream and snowmobile.
Yeah. But that's super fun. But how cute would it be to have a little Parent Trap theme?
So fun.
I don't know, tablescape when they get home on that last day, or
I've seen birthday parties with that theme, and they're so cute.
That would
be the Oreos and the peanut butter. Gotta have that.
Which is the best way to eat an Oreo. It just really is.
Sounds really good.
I'm not on board, y'all. Nope. Oreos belong in milk only. No peanut butter.
Okay, milk's fine.
And I love peanut butter, and I love Oreos, but I don't want them together.
Together. It's a no. Yeah. Mm. I've
Nope,
never
not
tried
for
it.
me.
I would have to try it. It sounds good.
It's delightful. Although my girls are on a peanut butter strike right now because we swapped to the Costco brand because it's supposedly healthier. It only has peanuts and salt in it. Okay. It doesn't have anything else. But they're upset that I switched them from their lifelong love of peanut butter and they will not eat it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yep.
well, you're
It's
not
hard
eating
to
peanut
get
butter then.
used to that kind of peanut butter.
But it's the same. Like it of
Yeah.
all of like the natural peanut butters that I've tried, it is like so it's very
Oh,
similar.
really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to try it.
But
Does it have like the oil on the top that you kind of have to?
you have to mix
stir?
it, but
Yeah.
not as bad as
Yeah.
like the Smucker's natural one or whatever it was. Like it's
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But they will not eat it.
They know.
Mommy,
They
you
know
said
the
that
difference.
nasty stuff.
Yeah.
So funny. They know the difference between their favorites.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay. So Lauren, speaking of food,
Yes.
this week you were making an almond cake, an Ina Garden almond cake was it your husband's birthday?
It was, yeah. Mhm.
Oh my gosh. It looked amazing. And I want to know how it was, and I want to know all about it.
Yeah, it was very simple. Like it was a very simple recipe. However, I did not have the almond flour. And so I subbed regular, and I have a feeling it would be much better with the almond flour because it was a little bit like thicker, I would say, because the almond flour is very fine. And so I think I'm like one of those people where if I don't get it right the first time, I have to get it right. So I'm going to remake it this weekend with the almond flour and I will let you know. But it was good. Like it tasted good. It was just that the texture was a tiny bit off. And so I'm going to remake it because I need to give that recipe its due diligence. So
It was beautiful too. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And Emily, do you like an almond flavor? You like an almond extract? Are you good with that? And
Very much
too.
so.
It
tasted very good, but the texture was the thing. So
I see. It sounded so good. I love an almond flavor. And I messaged Lauren and I was telling her that my favorite pound cake recipe that I make has vanilla extract and almond extract in it. And it is divine.
Please remind me.
I will. I'll share it. I'll share it with everyone. This is a very Southern thing. It's from that Calling All Cooks cookbook. Have you ever seen this, Emily? It's like yellow. And it is like,
I probably have it here, but
yeah,
you know where it is.
Well, I have this recipe written down like on a recipe card because it is my go-to recipe, but it originally came from that book and I have a copy of it somewhere too. This is like, I'll have to send you a picture of it, Lauren. It is like a massive compilation of every Southern church lady's recipe, like history or something. Yeah. And I think there are a couple of versions of it. Like, I think there's another color book too. Like there's a green one or blue one or something. Like a Calling All Cooks too, or I don't know. Anyway, and to be honest, I have never made any other recipes from it except for the pound cake. But
well, if you have one really good winner, that's really all you need.
Yeah, it is a very overwhelming cookbook because it's like an index of it's like the dictionary of recipes is what it looks like. It feels like.
I'll have to check this out. I love that you said you have it on a recipe card. I love the idea of keeping recipe cards. I need to do that. Yeah, just have your favorite ones on hand. Yes,
I love having those too. Somebody gave me a set, gosh, a lot of years ago now. I think one of my sisters had them, like got them from Etsy, and so they have my name on them, and it says like kitchen of.
That's such a great idea. What a great gift. That's a great gift. It's
a great gift idea. And last week, you don't know this yet because that episode hasn't aired, but my obsession last week was for my birthday, my childhood best friend sent me 3 handwritten recipes like on her beautiful stationery.
Wow, and
I thought it was the sweetest gift. Yeah. It really was. I'm like, I'm gonna keep this forever, and
that's very thoughtful.
Treasure it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
How do you keep up with your favorite recipes? Do you use any kind of recipe card? Do you have a binder? I think we all probably have a binder, but
No, I don't have the binder yet, but that's maybe a summer project for me because I love the idea of just having them on hand. I use Pinterest for all of my recipes, and then I have a couple of cookbooks that I love to look at. But mostly I have like my favorites folder on Pinterest, and those are just I can go to over and over again. Some of my favorites that I know my family loves, I have saved to a specific folder so I can whip those out if I need to. But yeah.
that's smart.
I
Do
know.
you
I'm like, what
have-
did we do before Pinterest? There's so many ideas on there.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Ina recipe? That was one of our questions, I think.
Yeah. I recently made her lemon loaf. That's amazing. And like real, it tastes like real lemon. Like, you know, the lemon loaf at Starbucks. And I love that one. And this isn't like a diss to that one, but this one's so much better. And then I really love her shepherd's pie. It's really simple, but so flavorful and really delicious. So I'll make that because I know my family loves that one. What else do I love of hers? Her turkey lasagna is so good. And I'll make that.
Yummy.
Yeah, yeah. It's really, really good.
Okay.
Is it ground turkey?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really flavorful. So I love that one as well. But there's so many more that I need to try. There's so many more. I have yet to try. I know this is her most famous dinner, the roasted chicken. I have never tried that one, and I really want to try that one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've done that one before. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I feel like people say it's you can't fail it.
No, I was going to say, it
Yeah.
sounds very intimidating to be like, I'm doing Ina Garden's roasted chicken, but it like you could easily put it in a once a week rotation and not be over.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, it's like doing a roast in the oven or anything else where you're kind of cooking everything together. So
yeah.
Maybe I'll try it.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I think I get intimidated by roasting a chicken. I don't know why. I've just never done that before, but I feel like that's a safe recipe to do for your getting your tongue wet with that. So
yeah. Well, I feel like I don't know, it's such like a comedic shtick, the Thanksgiving turkey, right? That never gets done. And like roasting a turkey is I think we've had that ingrained in our minds so much that like roasting a bird is difficult. But
yeah.
I think that only really applies to like frozen turkeys. So
sure,
it out first.
we gotta get past that like I don't know, socially ingrained. Thanks, Hollywood.
Right. Well, you know, it's very well known that Meghan Markle roasted William and Kate a chicken in her bare feet for the first time that she met them.
Oh,
so maybe she's bringing back the roast chicken.
Maybe. Did you guys watch her Netflix special?
Oh,
yes. I loved it.
I haven't finished it yet. I started it again
Gotta finish it.
I've had a lot of shows that I wanted to watch. So but I did start it again the other day, and I am enjoying it.
Yeah. I appreciated that you posted the playlist, because that's what I was thinking of when I was watching the show. I was like, this music is so great.
Right? The playlist of it is so good.
It's really good.
I've been playing it at work, and it's pretty safe. Like
yeah.
nothing's gonna pop up. I listened to Sabrina Carpenter on the way to work, and then I listened to the Meghan Markle playlist at work.
There you go. Yeah. That's what I was thinking while I was watching it. Someone did a good job with this playlist.
Yeah, it's just some really, really good vibes. Like it just makes me happy. So, but that show is like a Pinterest dream, I think.
Yeah, it so is. Yeah.
Anything you could want. It's just doing it and making it beautiful, and
yeah.
It is just beautiful to watch the whole thing. Like put aside any criticisms, anything else.
Yeah.
It is just visually stunning.
Yes, it is.
Now this is another tangent. I'm the guilty party with the rabbit holes. Let's be honest. I'm always like, I just think of this other thing. But are you big playlist people in general? Because this has been like on my goal list for multiple years to like become a playlist person. And I start making playlists and then I get very overwhelmed and then I stop. And I'm like, or I make a playlist and I forget about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know that I am. I will usually listen to podcasts, like I'm a huge podcast person. And that's what I will have on while I'm making dinner, or like driving. And so I don't really do a ton of playlists. I love the Meghan Markle show one. And then I love there's one called uh, Nancy Meyer's Kitchen or something
Yes, I listen
on
to that one.
Spotify. And I love that one too. If I want a different vibe. So
Yes.
But
I do love a playlist, but
yeah.
I don't love to curate them. I like to like poach off of other people. So Megan Stokes has one that I've been listening to it for like almost 5 years, I think. That it's just her playlist and she shared it and I was like, I'm gonna listen to that. And it feels very Meghan Markle-y. It's got but a little bit more updated. There's like some Leon Bridges in there, just things that
Okay.
you don't think about, like or artists that I hear their song, I'm like, oh yeah, I love that song, but like
Right.
I
Yeah.
forget about it. And then Lindsay Reaganthorn, she she's mostly like a beauty creator. She's a professional
Okay.
hair and makeup person. And I've worked with her in the past and I love her, by the way. Lindsay, we love you. But she has incredible playlists that she actually does curate them for like each season. So she will share those on her
Oh,
Instagram account. And I'm like, immediately save, listening to that one. And
okay.
yeah, I
I'll have to
love
remember
when
those.
I'm feeling like not myself, like Kate was talking about like audiobooks and stuff, it's like, oh, I haven't like listened to my favorite songs really loud in a long time.
Yeah.
I think especially like when the girls started going to preschool, so they were what, 3? I I realized I would drive them to and from preschool and I could play my music on the way home and roll the windows down and just be in my own world. And it really made me so much happier. Like
Yeah.
I missed that and I didn't realize that I missed that, but like Chad works from home, the girls are always here and I couldn't really when they were that young, I didn't feel comfortable like putting headphones on and just like ignoring everybody,
Right.
which
Yeah.
I do now. But then they were too little. And I realized how much I really missed that part of myself. Like
Yeah.
listening to
Sure.
my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
provided you with a good transition, like that mental transition from mom back to Emily.
Exactly. And then it was almost like, oh yeah, like this is I'm still this person, like somewhere in there. Like, I mean, I love being a mom. That's I've my whole life all I ever wanted was to be a mom. But also like knowing that I'm still me
Sure.
too
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Something about driving with music on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the
It was
windows
great.
down.
Yes. And the windows
But
down. Are
Uh,
you guys big garden people?
we both want to be big garden
Yeah.
people.
we try.
We try. I have some things that I do every year. For the last maybe 3 or 4 years, I have planted zinnia seeds, and had like a little cut flower garden, but it's just zinnias because they're super easy and if you cut them, they come back and I love them so much. They're so beautiful and
They
fun.
are
And
pretty.
they bloom a really long time here too.
Is it too late for me to sow them?
No, I haven't even done mine yet.
Okay, because we're working on the yard this weekend.
Yeah, I might not do it this weekend because of the play. My daughter's in the middle school play this weekend, so it's been a busy week, but
Yeah. I bet.
and we
Yeah.
have lots of shows this week, but this weekend. But no, I'm planning on putting my seeds out either this weekend or early next week.
Do you like to garden?
I am in the same boat. I would love to have a big garden. We have like these three huge trees that just shade everything. And so it's kind of impossible to find a good spot to have a large garden. We have one patch of like sunlight. So we kind of have to be strategic where we end up placing our potted things. But I have a little garden bed on the side that I do tomatoes, and I think I did lilac one year and then some zinnias and I seem to have good luck with those things. But yeah, I really want to. We moved into this home, it'll be almost 4 years ago. And it just takes some time to do, especially on the outside of the house, to just get things started and overhauling old things from the previous owners. And I really hope that this year is the year that we can just kind of take everything out and start over.
Aw,
I kind of have that dream of just taking up all of those shrubs that are just overgrown and old and doing my own thing. So hopefully we'll do a little bit more landscaping this year. But yeah, that's as far as my sort of gardening skills go. Yeah.
I love it. I just want to be better at it. My grandmother was so good, but I'm not quite there. I did recently see that there's 2 different hydrangeas, and I didn't realize this. Well, obviously I knew there was more than one kind, but they were talking specifically about how there's some that you plant to be bushy and big and beautiful, and then some, like the ones that you buy that are blooming now, are not the ones that you want to plant in your yard.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
News
Yeah.
to me.
I would love to have, I love hydrangeas. They're just so classic. I love them.
Well, a lot of them like a lot of shade, so you might have
okay.
spots.
Maybe get some luck with those then. I love, the big bushy. I love the limelight ones. So I don't know if they like sun or shade, but
I think that they probably could do both. I'm not totally sure, but they can tolerate full sun too, because that's what I've had luck with. We don't have a lot of shade in our yard, and I've had very good luck with limelights.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
And
then in the fall when they kind of turn a little bit darker.
I have dried ones that my mom gave me out of her yard, and they're just so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
I love dry
I love bringing them in the fall every year, and I just have them everywhere.
Yeah, that's so nice.
I have two, I think, like larger hydrangeas in the back, and I love to bring them in the house. And I will just like go clip 90% of them, because I just want, like, they're in my side yards. I don't see them as much, but I'm like, I'm gonna try to let them be beautiful out there and not just completely.
Well, because I think are there rules about when you're supposed to cut them back or not cut them
back? Like pruning rules, but I'm just even just for like cut flowers, I just love to have them in the house. I just think that I'm a little too aggressive, and the bush would probably appreciate just being pretty out there.
Let me live.
Maybe you should designate one to cut from and one to leave, and then like the next season or the next year alternate.
Oh, that's so smart. They're different colors though.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well,
but I'm determined in the fall I'm gonna plant all of those the bushy ones along the backside. Because that's when you're supposed to plant them in the fall. So I want a whole like hedge of hydrangeas. And a David Austin rose. I want a David Austin rose bush so bad.
Those are so beautiful.
They're stunning.
I can't remember the name of it now. The rose that survived Hurricane Katrina.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
It's a person's name. It's a so and so rose. I'll have to look it up and put it in the notes.
I want to know. Hold on.
Okay. It's
ChatGPT
like a lady's name. But it's supposed to be very hardy and
wow. I can't believe that it survived that.
I know.
Impressive.
Like underwater for some crazy number of days or something.
That's really
I just heard about it, I think last year.
The Peggy Martin rose.
Yes, that's it.
Hey.
Yep. It was survived after being submerged in salt water for 2 weeks, and it has become a symbol of hope and resilience, and now is widely grown and loved for its hardiness, beauty, and backstory.
Wow.
And I think it's a trailing variety.
I think that a Peggy Martin is trailing.
Yeah.
I'm familiar. Like I have not connected that with Katrina, but I'm familiar with the yes, do it. Do you have an arbor or like an arch or something it can grow on?
No, but we would like to get one. I would like to put some sort of arbor there.
I think those are so pretty. Yeah, with roses kind of trailing it. That's so beautiful. Yeah.
It would be pretty. We do have kind of like a brick retaining wall on that side too, though. I might could do something there, but
yeah.
Fun.
You're gonna build it. You're gonna get a brick drill or drill bit, and you're gonna put those hook and eyes in and string you up some wire and buy you a Peggy Martin rose. I can see it
Okay.
now.
It's gonna happen.
In the next 6 weeks, that's what it's gonna.
Haley, I feel like you know me too well already. You're like,
I do.
"Nope, she's
You're
gonna
like,
do it.
I
She
can
found
see
her
the wheels
spot."
turning. You're like, I want this rose. Where could I put it? Ooh, I could put it here. But again, that's why we get along so well.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm always scheming something new. So my husband gets really scared when he sees me like staring into space with my hands on my hips. He's like, "Oh no, what are we doing? What are
Like,
you
it's
planning? What
It's
are we
happening.
moving? Or what did you buy on Facebook Marketplace that I have to go pick up?" That's usually what it is. It's like, how heavy is it going to be?
Yep. Mine is whenever I say, you know what would be nice? My husband's like, oh.
Oh no.
So
like,
I'm
"Oh,
gonna be
no."
building something or
Oh, is he really handy?
I mean, he can pretty much do anything with a good YouTube video. So
Yeah.
as long as he's got access to that, he's pretty handy. Yeah.
That's so cool. What's
He's
your
learned
favorite
so
project?
so much over the years and owning different homes and having to
Yeah.
put in lights and build the garden bed and all those things he never did before. But yeah, he can.
But now he does.
Yes.
Do you have like a favorite project that you have done?
Oh man. We haven't done like a ton of we haven't done reno or anything like that, but little things here and there. We put up wallpaper in our little dining area, and that was fun. Just have a pop of color. I painted the entire downstairs right when we moved in, and that does so much. Paint changes everything. So, but yeah, it's been pretty low key so far. Nothing that we've really needed to totally revamp, but I love putting my personal touch on things. He did redo the floors upstairs. So we have original wood flooring in our house. And upstairs, all of the rooms had been carpeted. Each room was a different carpet color when we came. And so the primary bedroom had navy, like dark navy carpet, and it was just old. And so we tore that up and he refinished the floors in there. So that's made a big difference for the look of that space. And I'm secretly wanting him to redo the other rooms too, redo the flooring, because it's just so original hardwood is just so beautiful. So
it really is.
I feel like it's a crime to cover it up. I know I understand the appeal of carpet, but I just love hardwood floors. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're very busy with 4 children that you homeschool. But if you were to have like 2 hours just for you, what would you do?
Oh man. So I love antique malls and different thrift stores. I'm getting a little bit better at being able to pick out things. It's a little overwhelming for me to go into those spaces, and I feel like my eyes are just kind of going everywhere. But I feel like I'm getting better at sort of honing in on what I like from thrift stores and what I'm specifically looking for. And so I enjoy that. And I also hit up the basic places like Target and Home Goods. Yeah. I love those places too. So that is probably what I would do with a few hours of free time. And then hit up Chick-fil-A as well.
Always.
Yeah. So speaking of food, do you have a current like hyperfixation meal?
Oh man.
Anything you're eating a lot right now?
Yeah. So I love like a big salad, but not like a healthy one. I like all the stuff inside, hard-boiled eggs and bacon and like all the yummy stuff that goes with salad. So I've been really liking those lately. And they feel healthy, but I know that they're not.
Kind of dressing.
If you put all of that on, I do love like a honey mustard, yeah, or just a basic vinaigrette is really great too. And I have been loving this one. I guess it's technically a salad. It's not like a lettuce kind of salad, but do you guys follow Baked by Melissa at all?
That sounds
She
so
does,
familiar.
she does
Yes.
those tiny gourmet cupcakes. They're kind of
Yes.
little tiny bites of cupcakes. And she is a really great cook as well. And so she'll have these videos. And she might be vegetarian because I feel like that's what I mostly see her make is like these big, just yummy, gorgeous salads. And so she had one recently that was just chopped red onion, cucumber, tomato, and she put avocado in there and some sort of easy vinaigrette, and she put it in a pita. And so I have been making that for my lunch lately, and it's so good.
That sounds delicious.
I love the crunchy, fresh flavor that is. So I've been
You'll
making.
have to send it to us so we can make
I
it.
will. Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds delicious.
It's really, really good. Super fresh. I love a fresh salad at this time of year. I feel like it's a good, always a winner.
Yeah.
Same.
I feel like anything in a pita is better too.
Yeah.
And I always forget about a pita.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't thought about that in forever, but you said, I'm like, oh, that sounds delicious.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about classic style since that is the, like the basis of our podcast. Maybe we should change it to the going down the rabbit hole podcast. But no, I'm just kidding. I love our rabbit holes and I think they lead to very fun places.
We can't fish you with the classic style, but
yeah.
yeah.
But we really just want to talk about what you're eating and your playlist.
There you go.
So tell us more about like your classic style and what is classic style to you and how do you have that in your surroundings, in your wardrobe, in your home?
Yeah. So I feel like that's something that I'm always working on and always evolving over time. I feel like as I've gotten older, that classic style is so appealing to me because it's just always looks good. It's those classic lines, those classic patterns and colors that always look good in whatever space you have. And so you spend less money because you're not chasing after all the trends that are just, it's every month or so that something new is out and something that people are buying. And then you take it in your home and you find out it doesn't go with the color of your floor, or, I have a bunch of wood in my home. And so I always have to be mindful of what looks good with that. And some things just don't mesh with that. And so I think over time, I realized that classic is just the way to go because it always looks good. And I'm not going to get sick of it in a year or 10 years or 20 years. It just always looks good. And so I think over time that has been really appealing to me and something that I'm trying to incorporate into my home. So, yeah.
I love that. And classic style in your wardrobe, what is something that you just go to when you want to feel good and put together, but like if you've had a long night and you're just not, you're tired, but you want to grab something that is going to make you feel good. What is that piece for you?
Yes. Yeah. So I feel like in the summer, I love a dress because it's easy and simple and you just throw it on and feel put together. And it's comfortable too, which is something I need right now, just homeschooling and having 4 kids and nursing still. I just need to be in something that's comfortable and not super restricting but something that I feel nice in too. That's sort of a goal of mine is even if we're not going anywhere, I still need to get ready because I feel more productive and put together. I feel like I accomplish more if I'm ready for the day and out of pajamas at least and in like a matching set at least.
Yeah.
So that I'll grab a matching set maybe more in the fall and winter if I want something easy but still looks nice. And then in the summer I'll put on a dress and that'll be my go-to as well. So
that's so good. Yeah. I love it. I love a dress. They're so easy. Yes. We're getting there. But I always had to wear like shorts under them because especially like when my girls were little, I was always on the floor. Or like, what are we playing or doing? Or we were at a birthday party and Colin is for one of my mom's friends in her Sunday school class. And Colin like runs up underneath me and like puts my skirt over her head. And I was just that's why you wear shorts under your dresses.
Yeah, a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I love a short under a dress. It just makes everything a little bit better, and
Yeah.
you don't feel like you're gonna have a really awkward Marilyn Monroe moment either.
Right. You're like,
Which
I can just
happens.
go and do
It's a
whatever I
little
want.
safer.
Yeah. I had on a dress yesterday, and when I got out of the car, the wind was blowing, and I was like, "Oh boy!" I took my shorts. I had my
Go
shorts on
start
underneath,
sewing weights.
but I was still like, "Gosh,
Right.
I'm having a Marilyn moment."
It's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But I do love I love a good dress. Do you have a favorite dress brand?
Man, I've gotten some things from Tucker
Mhm.
before, and I love they have such classic dresses on there.
Yes,
and
they do.
so it's always a good choice to go with them. But
Yes.
yeah, I love some dresses from there. I'm actually wearing a Walmart dress today, and they have been really stepping up on their clothing section lately.
Yeah.
And so I have been eyeing some of their things too. Yeah.
Our favorite sweater is from Walmart.
Yep.
We
Oh,
love
really?
it. Kate had it on for lunch one day, and I was like, I need this sweater. I must have it. And then they've been like immediately sold out. But
Yeah.
Yep.
we wear it all the time. We're
I
like,
think
we're wearing our sweater.
I
Yeah.
think we had the pink one on the same day this week because I saw your stories and you had it on and I had it on. But or I think I had already changed and I couldn't like story and say, oh, it's too, or maybe I wore it the next day. But anyway, yeah.
It's the best
Yeah.
sweater.
They're great.
I was so
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah.
I
They've
have
really
some,
stepped it up lately.
yeah, some great dresses from Walmart too that are just comfy and like the quality is great.
Right?
Good.
You're like,
Yeah.
what's
So
happening?
shockingly good. Okay, so this is a question we like to talk about too. Is there anything like a style that you like, but when you put it on, it feels like a costume?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I think, okay, so I don't wear a ton of jewelry. So I feel like I love the look of people who have stacked jewelry. Yes, I love that.
calls me
For
Mr.
for
T.
some reason, it doesn't look good on me, I don't think. So I don't know. I feel like for me, it doesn't work. I don't know why, but
I can
yeah,
see
if I have larger earrings or a ton of jewelry, it just doesn't feel like me. But I love the look on other people. Like I love that. That looks so
Yeah.
pretty on you.
It's so fun. I totally get it. That's why we love to talk about it. We're like, oh, like I love a boho style, but it does not.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit me at all, but I love
Right.
it. So it always feels like a costume. But I totally like. I appreciate it in other people. I'm like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I want to wear like a flowy prairie dress, but I just don't. I don't have flowy prairie energy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I have Mr. T energy.
Mr. T. That's so funny.
So I had to I took my hand chain off because I was doing something a few weeks ago and then I was like, I really miss it. So I can't put it on by myself and Chad hates it. Like he thinks it's terrible. And I'm like, I don't care. I love it. But I couldn't get it back on. And so I had to ask him to do it. And he just rolled his eyes and he was like, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, I know that you don't, but I really want it back on, please.
That's funny.
That's so funny. Okay, do we want to do obsessions and confessions and wrap it up?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Okay, Lauren, do you want to go first since you're our
Is
guest?
it something I'm obsessed with and then like a confession? Is that
Yes.
what that is? Okay.
Yes. Now it can be silly, it can be serious, it can be whatever. This is no pressure.
No.
No pressure at all.
And maybe I'll go with my confession first, since I mentioned my Diet Dr. Pepper obsession. Maybe that will be my obsession as well. But I did cheat on that the other day, and I went to McDonald's to get their Diet Dr. Pepper, which for me, I feel like Chick-fil-A's is better. I don't know. Maybe that's controversial. But
That's very controversial.
It is.
McDonald's soda is elite.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's my confession is I did cheat on my Chick-fil-A drink and got it at McDonald's the other day.
I love it. I love it. And anything that you just like cannot get enough of.
Let's see. My obsession lately. What am I obsessed with lately? So I've been trying to figure out my living room. There's something about it that feels off to me. And so I have been obsessed with asking ChatGPT to tell me what is wrong with this room. And I love what it's coming up with. So I've been obsessed with that lately. I'm like taking pictures of every room and sending it to them and then having them come up with a mock-up for me. And it's been really like surprisingly very good.
Well,
so cool.
that's going to be my obsession next week because I know what I'm doing now for the rest of the day.
It's been very helpful. Yeah. So funny how those AI things have really gotten good over the years. So.
I totally feel that about like that feeling that something's off in your room though. In our living room, I rearranged the furniture. We've lived in this house for almost 2 years and I have rearranged the furniture more times than I can even remember at this point. And finally I was just like, our couches don't work in here. Like they don't work in this space. They don't work in this layout. They were purchased for a totally different, they were fine in a different house. And at this point, like they were kind of old. Like it was okay so I sold them on Marketplace and I bought a sectional on Marketplace and it made the biggest difference.
All the difference. You got to get it right. Yeah.
Yep. And it's like an IKEA one, so I can wash I didn't feel like it's about it being from Marketplace, but I love it. Huge difference. So, but I'm pretty sure my friends were very, very glad when I solved this problem because I did not ask ChatGPT. I asked them, and I think they were tired of the living room journey.
Oh, I wish I had known you then. I'm here for a living room journey.
It was a long one. It was a long one.
Those are my favorite kinds.
Those couches moved a lot.
Yes, I love moving furniture.
I do too. I'm kind of glad to not be moving furniture in that room though. It has allowed my brain to like move on to other
brain needs to rest for sure.
Yeah. Well, and when it's like this house is open concept, which we've never lived in before. So like the living room, like I'm seeing it all day long. Like it's crucial. So anyway, okay, so those are really good obsessions and confessions.
They are.
Yeah. All right, Emily, you want to go or do you want me to go?
Combined. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm confessing about my recent obsession. And this is coming out and I don't know, we're like 3-4 weeks out.
Yeah, we're about 3 weeks ahead.
We're out of the zeitgeist at this point, but have you guys seen Robert Irwin's new underwear ad?
Yes.
Okay, I love
Steve Irwin?
Yes, Steve Irwin's son. And so you have to know that I loved Steve Irwin and I love animals and I loved watching his show. And when he died, I was so distraught that my college roommate like gave me a sympathy card that she made for me because I loved Steve Irwin.
We were trying to figure out because I remember him being so little.
He is really young.
When that all went down. Because I remember it too. Yeah. And it was so sad. Yeah. But we were like, how old is he has to be?
Okay.
Like
he's
20?
Legal. Let's just put 21.
That out. He's 21.
Okay. But listen, the actual obsession that is coming out of this is these women keep going to the Australia Zoo and they're taking videos of him like hopping fences and feeding the crocodiles.
What?
And setting it in slow-mo to the father figure song. And the obsession comes into the comment section because the comments are these 40-year-old women that are absolutely feral over this child. And my favorite comment says, ladies, don't worry. If anyone could handle a cougar, it would be this man.
Oh, man.
That's hysterical.
Is its own thing. But what has come out of that and all of the slow-mo Robert Irwin running and the comment sections are killing me. Like I will read them.
The comment sections that's what does it. They're the funniest people.
Yes, I love a TikTok comment section. So.
Okay, I have not seen any of these slow-mo adjacent videos. I saw the ad and I immediately Googled him because I was like, how old is he?
Old enough. Okay, he's old enough.
Oh, yeah. Then I felt really old.
I know, y'all, it's so bad. But anyway, it is like it's the comment section in these slow-mo running videos that is just sending me up for a loop because they're so funny. So next time I see one, I will send them to you because
Yes,
it's
do
just
please.
hilarious. And the video
he
itself
ended-
is just some jumping.
That's so funny. So he ended up doing what his dad did.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's
And his mom is still there, and Bindi, his sister, her husband was an American tourist visiting the zoo, and they like fell in love. And his mother was also an American tourist visiting the zoo, and his parents fell in love. So he's like, I'm just waiting for my American tourist to fall in love. So everyone is like getting on a plane,
Booking their flights.
right? I have no interest in living in Australia. Too much giant, scary wildlife. But yeah, their whole family's still doing it. And then he's also hosting some sort of Steve Irwin like benefit type thing in Las Vegas. And he posted a video this week and it was like, well, now that I have your attention. And I'm like, yes, you do. You have our attention. But
That's
anyway,
hysterical.
that is my confession and obsession all wrapped up into one that it's just I've been watching them all week. And I honestly, it is more for the comment section than the videos, which the videos are just fine. I'll just go ahead and say that. I don't think Chad listens to our podcast, but he loves us. Anyway.
Definitely. Well, my obsession and confessions are going to be very, very boring following that. I should have gone second.
Sorry.
I'm going to do my confession first because I thought of it earlier, and this may get me kicked off my own podcast.
Uh-oh.
I have never seen Father of the Bride Part 1.
It's so good. You have to.
Movie night.
I have seen the second one like 100 times
Right.
because that's the one we were obsessed with.
It's good in its own right, but you have to see the first one.
The first one is so good.
So heartwarming.
Yeah, I know. I know. Don't kick me off, Emily.
Well, it's
Okay. Okay.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
So
We
you
just
have
to rectify
you have
the situation.
homework. You got to chat GPT all your rooms, and you
Yes.
got to watch Father of the Bride 1.
Yes.
Exactly.
And Robert Irwin's slow-mo videos. Gosh, what have I gotten myself into? So then my obsession, okay, this is your fault, Emily, for sure.
no.
Because
no.
I have been obsessed this week with Masters Hall TikTok videos.
Yes.
You made me get on TikTok.
I did. I wore you down.
You did. It's the only thing that I have watched on there, though, other than things that you have, or other friends have sent me. Because it was getting very annoying having people send me, not you, but like my sisters would send me stuff, my friends would send me stuff, and I'd be like, I can't watch this, y'all. I don't have TikTok.
Right.
But you were the one that finally got me to do it. Yeah.
Because the trends are like 2 weeks ahead of Instagram over there.
Yeah.
So,
that's not how I operate in life, though. I am way, way after trends. Like,
yeah, but I was like in social media management for 2 years.
Yes,
so I had to be ahead of them. It was very important market research that I was doing.
You're right. Okay, so that has been an obsession this week, but also I'm gonna have another obsession, and this is food related. I am obsessed with these pre-made steak bites from Costco. They're like
that, please.
They come in like little individual packs, like attached together, so like 6 little pods of steak bites, and it has, I don't know, a bunch of protein, like 20 grams of protein or something. They have chicken ones too, but the chicken ones are not as good.
Wait, do you have to cook them, or it's like beef jerky?
They're cooked. They're refrigerated. They're cooked. You can just warm them up. So I just put them in a skillet with some olive oil and some like Mediterranean frozen veggies from Costco, and it's like easy lunch.
That sounds delicious.
You can top it with whatever you want to top. If you want feta, or I've done feta. I've done like cilantro lime cream sauce from Costco.
That sounds so good.
It's good. At our Costco, it is harder to find the steak bites. You have to watch for them. They always have the chicken ones. They don't always have the steak ones.
Where do they live in our Costco?
They live like usually on an end cap with the fancy deli meats and cheeses.
Okay.
one of those, like the prepared foods.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. That sounds I'm so into easy lunches, and that sounds
Yeah.
really simple. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
So
It's
good.
been very helpful. I don't know, I get tired of like rotisserie chicken or deli meat, or it's a nice change. Yeah.
I love steak. I'm
Yeah.
always for steak.
Yeah. No, right. You can't go wrong. So, all right. Lauren, tell us where everybody can follow you online.
Yeah, so I am also not on TikTok. I'm just on Instagram. Lauren
Okay.
Akers blog is my handle, and that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I
Oh,
share everything. So, yeah.
Awesome. It's been so much fun to talk to you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
You're our
Thank you so
second
much.
guest.
So
Yay.
exciting. Thank you so much for having me. It's been so fun.
Thanks for spending
Yeah.
time with us.
No,
Yes,
thank you.
absolutely.
A wonderful Friday and weekend.
Yes, you as well. Yeah. Have fun with all the masters going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will report back and see what merch we have.
Please
If it's a
do.
gnome or not a gnome.
We must know about the gnome. Yes.
To gnome or not to gnome.
So fun.
That was so fun talking to Lauren. She's so fun, like, and she seems just as authentic on our Zoom as she did on her Instagram.
Definitely.
That's fun. Okay, guys, if you liked this interview, let us know who you want us to interview next. And if you have, if you have also fallen victim to endless videos of Robert Irwin slow-mo running, let us know. But seriously, this was fun. I love our guests. Like, I love chatting with you, but you never
Yes.
know what we're going to subject them to. So
Exactly. No, I think I love having somebody else on. It's super fun. Just to get to know other people and hear about their life and their perspective. And I mean, that's the point of social media, really, anyway. And that's one of the things we love about it.
now we're going to be Chat GPTing our homes.
I did not even really realize you could do that, but
Me neither.
it sounds like a great plan.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today, guys.
Been super fun as always. We will be back next week.
Button
Up, Buttercup.
That one was closer.
Sir, we're getting there. We're getting there. By season 2, we'll have it perfected.
We will.